Lucerne, a compact city in Switzerland known for its preserved medieval architecture, sits amid snow-capped mountains on Lake Lucerne. Its colorful Altstadt Old Town is bordered on the north by 870 m Musegg Wall, a 14th century rampart. The covered Kapellbruck Chapel Bridge, built in 1333, links the Altstadt to the Reuss River's right bank. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Lucerne so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, Mount Pilatus. Standing in Lucerne, it's impossible not to be mesmerized by this 2,128-meter mountain to the south. The peak is steeped in folklore and has the nickname Dragon Mountain after a medieval legend claimed dragons with healing powers inhabited it. A trip to the top is always an adventure, but it could hardly be more convenient. In summer, a particular loop, the Goldene Rundfahrt, has been devised, in which you depart Lucerne by paddle steamer. At number 9 is the Old Town. On the right bank of the Reuss, allow as much time as possible to potter around Lucerne's historic core. A sequence of squares is hemmed by tall painted houses and linked by cobblestone shopping streets. The old center is free of traffic, leaving it for the hordes of shoppers and sightseers. Weinmarkt is the obligatory starting point and is walled by medieval guild halls, some with decorative painted facades. At number 8, Lake Lucerne. Known as the Lake of the Four Cantons, Lake Lucerne is a stunning body of water with an irregular shape that invites you to explore. The lake has 4 arms going off at sharp angles, with epic mountains on all sides. Lucerne sits in the northwesternmost nook, and you can make for the Luzernbahn Hofkirche to catch one of 5 early 20th century paddle steamers for cruises on the lake. Lucerne's waterside neighborhoods were reconfigured on land in the 1880s to take advantage of the landscapes. At number 7, Chapel Bridge. Crossing the Reuss at an angle is the world's oldest surviving truss bridge and Lucerne's emblem. The covered wooden bridge dates from the 14th century and runs diagonally for 200 meters. In the ceiling pediments are triangular 17th century paintings depicting events from Lucerne's history. There are 30 in all, and used to be many more before a fire destroyed most of the bridge in 1993. The 35-meter tower that completes this ensemble is planted in the water and predates the bridge by about 30 years. At number 6 in our list, the Lion Monument. Carved into a former sandstone quarry is a rock relief of a dying lion. The Danish sculptor Bertel Thorvaldsen designed the monument, and hewn in the early 1820s by Lucas Ahorn. The lion represents the Swiss Guard, which was massacred while trying to protect Louis XVI at the Tuileries Palace on August 10, 1792 during the French Revolution. The work has rich symbolism. The lion rests on top of a broken shield with the fleur-de-lis of the French royalty, and behind him is another intact shield with the Swiss coat of arms. At number 5, Hofkirche. Lucerne's medieval Romanesque basilica was burnt down during the 30 Years' War in the 17th century. So while the war was still raging in the 1630s, the city built its new church, and it was one of only a few churches to be erected north of the Alps in that period. The architecture is in the late Renaissance style, but there are elements from the original church, like the pair of towers and some medieval and Renaissance ornamentation in the interior. At number 4, Glacier Garden. Near the Lion Monument is a natural site that dumbfounded scientists when it was discovered in 1872. There's a group of potholes that were formed during the last ice age 20,000 years ago. And much older than these are the fossils of shellfish and palm fronds from when this spot was the shore of a subtropical sea some 20 million years ago. New hands-on exhibits and an 18th century relief model of Switzerland complement these natural phenomena. At number 3 in our list, Musegg Wall. As we see them now, Lucerne city defenses were raised at the end of the 14th century and defended the old town on the sharp slope to the north. It's a breathtaking sight, as there are 9 tall towers in a row, all divided by the length of the city wall. 4 of them are accessible, including the famous Citerm, which holds the oldest clock in the city. At number 2, Jesuit Church. This church was built just a few decades after the Hofkirche and had an eye-catching Baroque style as a beacon of the Counter-Reformation in the face of Protestant cities like Geneva and Zurich. The Jesuit Church was designed by architects from Austria and Italy, consecrated in 1677 and completed over the 16th and 17th centuries. The ornate stucco work in the side chapels is the earliest example of the influential German Wessobrunner school. Check out the number 1 places in our list, Reuss River sites. Lucerne has a second medieval bridge downriver against the western corner of the old town. The 15th century spur bridge is in the same format as the chapel bridge, featuring a roof, truss design and more 17th century paintings on its ceiling pediments. Painted between 1616 and 1637, these depicted Danse Macabre, and a description and details of the donors accompany each image. Carry downriver briefly, and you'll come to the Nadelware. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite thing to do in Lucerne? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.